Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Debbie. This is my crafty den, and this is the place where I do all the things on my desktop. My planning, my paper crafting, my journaling. This is that channel. So what I do here is kind of eclectic because I don't stick with any one kind of planner, with any one kind of journal. I like to bounce around and show you different ideas and different things. And in this video, I'm going to be planning in my social media planner. That's my classic sized happy planner. And this is for the week of July the 24th to the 30th. So let's get to it. First of all, I'm going to take these pages out. So if you just heard a car drive by, that would be because I spend a lot of my summer in my camper. So on top of one of those nice ridges that overlooks the Bay of Fundy, absolutely amazing sunsets and views, and I love it here in the summertime. But the downside of that is that when I go to do any of my planning or my videos here, you can hear a little bit of traffic. Sometimes you can hear the neighbor's kids playing. A few things like that. Yeah, a few things like that going on. So this week, I have with me a ton of these papers. I just brought a whole bunch of them. Oh gosh, isn't that pretty? Wouldn't that be a good one to use? But oh, it's the end of July. Let's do some gladiolas. Oh my gosh, guys. So these papers are napkins. And if you haven't watched the video on how I transformed these into a napkin slash washi type of paper, this is super thin, super thin paper now that is very strong, semi-translucent, because that one layer napkin is translucent. And yeah, these are pretty, guys. Absolutely gorgeous. And I think I'm going to cut some of these apart and use them to decorate this spread. Why the heck not? I'm loving this pink and this red here. And it's July in Canada. Red is the July color because it's the Canada Day month. So I'm going to grab my scissors and I'm going to cut a few of these out. And I'm going to try to do it without hurting any of the other gladiolas, because I like to use every little bit of this paper that I can. And I think some of them orange glads would be really great for a different spread. Okay, so I have all of this left, and I definitely think these 4 glads are going to be enough of a statement on this page anyway that I don't think I'm going to cut any more out. What I am going to reach for, if you've watched my planning before, and you know all the time when I'm planning now, I use my Crayola Super Tips. So let's match up some colors here and see what we can come up with on these Super Tips. So I grabbed for my reds and oranges, and what I do when I'm looking for colors to match up here, I just grab a piece of paper. Any little scrap will do. So I have my reds and kind of oranges out. And is this going to match that almost perfectly? It is. And here's a bright red. Will it match this? That's almost a burgundy, so it will match that. So let's do that. And then I've got this red, which is a brighter red completely. But that's more like this red. So I may do... I just may stick with these 2 reds here. I don't want to use orange, I don't think. but that's almost a red too. And it's more of this color. So do I want to do this one and this one? So this is what I have to figure out. That's kind of that bold as well. So maybe I'll just do these two. I got this out, but I think it's more of a brown. So yeah, so I think I'm going to stick with two colors like this. And I'm going to draw my boxes on. So I'm going to do the lighter color at the top, the darker color at the bottom. I'm going to grab my ruler. And to put my boxes down, I just put my ruler along the edge of my line, run my tip onto my ruler, tip a little wee bit so I have a wide line. Down here, now these Crayola Super Tips are pretty juicy, so you don't want to drag your ruler on your paper. Be careful not to drag your ruler on your paper because that will make a nice smear line. I started to there a little wee bit, and I keep a wipe handy for wiping off my ruler every box or two, and that way I try not to get too much transfer of color. So let's do this. Another. Let's do, can't do much with the lid. Let's do the next one. I think it stopped raining. All I'm hearing now is the bits of drips off the tree. I got a tree almost over top of me, but helps in the sun, keeps me nice and shaded. So I love that. I was going to do a half box there, but I've done full boxes everywhere else, so I may as well do this. And you can do two different colors side by side. Just make sure you've got your box edge like that. So it looks like I've backed those two stickers up side by side. So now let me see what I'm going to do here to put these stickers down. They're stickers now that I've got them cut out because they're backed with an adhesive backing. So let's just see. Which one's the widest? I think this is the widest one. So I'm going to put it over here in the sidebar, right here. I took that whole sticker off, and I know better than that. There's a much easier way to do it. So I've got one down for my sidebar. Oh gosh, isn't that gorgeous? There, so this is a way easier way to do it. Take some of your backing up. Get your sticker placement where you want it, like this. And then pull your paper off as you lay your sticker down. It's a lot easier to do that because this curls. That was something that I found out, is that this curls quite a bit. So these are very thin little pieces. So I'm going to do this one here. I took it all off. It's like a piece of washi tape. There. Like that. Oh my gosh, these glads are beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And then I've got this one, which has a straight edge, which I think I can put right here. Because you can write over this. Napkin's very easy to write over. I want this to go up that straight edge. So I'm going to just fold a piece up, because now I can put this right up this straight edge here. There. Isn't that pretty? Wow. Wow. That is gorgeous. Now, I'd like to have a little bit of washi here and here, but I don't know if I have any washi that color. I have this, and it's another piece of that paper, and I think because I have this, I'm going to cut myself a nice long strip. So, take my paper trimmer, and this is how awesome this is, that I can line this up here. I'm going to trim to a raw edge. Actually, I think I'm going to go in here. And I'm going to trim it right here. This stuff cuts so good with a paper trimmer. So I only want, let me do it this way. It's easier to do it this way. I only want a thin little strip because I want a piece like washi tape. So I'm going to line it up so that it's kind of straight down there. And put that down. And I have this strip. And I think that'll do for a piece of washi. I think that'll do, because I just want it to go. I'm going to take my trimmer. I'm just going to try to see if I can get this off of here without taking a bunch of the paper up. By being very, very careful, I'm pulling that really flat. That came up, but it doesn't work like that usually. It's really hard to peel this. If I just peeled that straight up, all the paper, all of this would tear off. The surface of my planner page would be done for. There, I got that up. So this will peel back up if you're very, very careful and you hold it right down and kind of roll it up the page. So let's see. I want a strip of washi that goes here like this. Let's see if I can get this down. I haven't tried working with this skinny of a piece before. So a piece of washi there. I'm going to touch that little spot up right there that I can see there. And also let's trim this off. There, that's better. That it needed that. It really did. So, can I get this off here? Basically just rolling it off, and it comes off okay that way, as long as it hasn't been on there too long. So there, that washi strip worked perfectly. Let's put that back in my stash. So I have, this is gorgeous, guys. Really, really pretty. Loving these bright, hot summer reds and oranges. And yes, absolutely loving them. So I'm going to take my Super Tips, and I'm putting my bullet points down here for my Instagram. And they make the perfect little circles if you just push on this spongy little tip. And just in case you're wondering, these haven't bled through on me yet. So sometimes if they're really, really wet, when I first got them, I had to be careful on here. But yeah, I'm pretty good so far with this. So I'm done with those, and I'm done this spread. What do you think? This is gorgeous. I love it. I need another box right here. A half a box. I need a half box right there. I'm going to take my white. I'm going to clean that up a little bit. And I'm going to grab back and get this red here and my ruler, and I'm going to do a half box because I do need a half box here. There. So I've got all my boxes that I need. So I'm really happy with this. Really happy with it. Let's put it back on the discs. So napkins as a resource for your planner. Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't think, I mean, I couldn't have got anything like this anywhere else. So if you see floral napkins that you absolutely love, go watch the video on how I made this paper. I will link it in the description box if you haven't seen it, and you can just see how absolutely fabulous it looks when you're planning and you've got these beautiful florals. So I've planned many spreads in my Happy Planner this year using napkins, and this beats having to Mod Podge or glue the napkin prints on here. It absolutely does. You don't have any wrinkling of your paper, nothing like that. It's foolproof, absolutely foolproof, and I love it. So if you like this spread, give it a thumbs up. So I can't reiterate this enough. Any type of interaction on my channel helps my channel. So if it's just a simple comment and you say hi, that's all it takes. Just click that thumbs up button. It doesn't cost you in any way to like or comment. It does me an absolute huge favor. It really does. And the very best thing you can do, of course, is subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss anything. So do that now before you leave, because I'd love for you to come back and be part of my YouTube family. And I'll see everybody in the next video. Until then, bye-bye for now, everyone.